I've been reading his book since the first one came out.
You might move up. You might.
He's a good man.
I like his moral character, and I want somebody trustworthy, finally
Honest,
trustworthy.
yeah.
I think that he'll hire trustworthy people.
As more and more of the black voters actually hear what I'm saying, they recognize that we're talking about things that will lift people out of a dependent situation and allow them to become part of the fabric of America versus things that keep people satisfied in a dependent position.
This is adorable.
So we need 12 million jobs federally or nationally in the next 4 years. I think that's what the whoever's running for president, that's what they're planning on to be. You can look at what we've done in Florida. Now we've added nearly 900,000 jobs in 4.5 years. So hopefully we'll even be in a better shape by the end of the year.
My question was a quick question relative to.
It's not about jobs.
Well, it's kind of about jobs. It's a project people say will create a lot of jobs if it goes through. It has to do with All Aboard Florida. Today there is an important vote about whether or not to go ahead and have the state-created entity that you make appointments to go ahead and approve $1.75 billion in bonds. I mean, given your concerns about debt, do you have any thoughts one way or the other about issuing that kind of debt by a state-created authority to help the project?
Yeah, the state's not on the hook for that debt. It's a private company, so that board will make the best decision for all the citizens of the state.
Most of our membership agrees that they have overstepped maybe the line in separation of powers, and I think that some of that has taken place, and in the dissent you heard from Justice Kennedy and Paulson kind of the way that they see it as well. So people will bring those emotions into the process maybe in regular session and bring policy forward, but ultimately, I understand that there's a separation of powers and there's three branches of government, and we have to try to find ways to work together, and this is our good faith effort in doing that, and we are trying to make sure that we put forward the recommendations that have been put out there by the court.
Last question, please.
This has already been asked, I'm sorry, but have you taken a look at the Senate, what the Senate's doing over there, and do you think that, have you consulted with your own legal counsel?
Well, I'm consulting with them now. I have not, looked at what they've had. Obviously, that was something they did yesterday, and we've been focused on, our map coming off of our floor first and foremost. But there will certainly be more consultation throughout the afternoon today. So I'll leave y'all with Representative Oliva.
Yes.
So.
Speaker.
What kind of posture do you need to be in?
No, what I meant by that was that this is a remedial process that we're going through to remedy some of the inconsistencies that the court found. And prior to us really beginning to reassert ourselves in the way that we should, and I think it's our duty to do, I think our first responsibility is to make sure that we remedy those things that the court found. And so we want to make sure we abide by the law, but then we do need to reassert, because I do believe personally that there was some court overreach in this case.
Between the two chambers at this point in time.
Well, we have a different map from the House, and I'm very confident that what we're putting out of committee today is a good product, and probably will be the product adopted by the full Senate. Maybe there's an additional change, there's that opportunity, and then we'll have to reconcile it with the House. And we don't necessarily have to go into a conference process for that. Maybe we can take up their bill, put ours on it, and send it back over.